there's a peregrine. There's a peregrine. Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Oh, 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 oh. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
One of the best things about the passing of the seasons is that every season brings a new adventure. Bald eagles in the winter, and in the spring, fox kits and baby birds. But late summer brings an experience that I never want to miss. It takes me where the farmland meets the ocean, where the Bay of Fundy and the Annapolis Valley meet, for a most amazing experience that happens every year. This is an amazing story about birds. Not just one bird, tens of thousands of birds.
Hey everyone, I hope everyone's doing well, and thanks for joining me. I'm here in Grand Pré, Nova Scotia in Eastern Canada, and I'm here to witness and hopefully show you what I think is one of the most interesting things in the animal world that we have in Eastern Canada, and that is the annual sandpiper migration. Sandpipers have gone all the way from South America, all the way to the northern Arctic of Canada to breed in hundreds of thousands of birds. After breeding, these birds need to return to South America for the winter, and in doing so, amass in huge flocks that will gather here in Atlantic Canada before taking the trip off to South America. And yes, they do that in one flight. Over 3 or 4 days, they will leave here and fly over the Atlantic Ocean all the way to South America, which is just an amazing feat. But before doing that, they need to fatten up. They're here for a week or two to double their body weight before they leave on this amazing journey in which they'll lose half their weight before reaching South America. One of the more unique aspects of this area is that we have the highest tides in the world here in the Bay of Fundy. But these tides create a huge opportunity for feeding for these birds. As the tide goes down, it will expose hundreds of square kilometers of mud flats where these sandpipers will feed on invertebrates and other insects in the mud on the ocean bottom. As these tides go up, it will cover these mud flats, not leaving any place for the birds to eat, but also they need some time to rest. So they will amass in huge flocks and come to rest on beaches and on the shore along the Bay of Fundy, and that's what I'm hoping to capture. If we're really lucky, we may also see an appearance from peregrine falcons. There's a nest nearby every year, and a few peregrine falcons will come and hunt the sandpipers on the beach. It's an amazing sight to watch, to see the peregrine falcons diving after the sandpipers and seeing the sandpipers trying to evade the peregrine falcons. So it's 2 hours before high tide. I'm here a little bit early, but the tide is starting to come up now, and the sandpipers will be driven from their feeding grounds on the seabed, on the mud flats, and they will be moving up to the coast and starting to gather in huge flocks. So it's time to get ready and see if we can capture some action. Go set up and see if we can get some sandpipers, and if we're really lucky, we'll get an appearance from a peregrine falcon doing some hunting. Oh wow, there's over 5,000 birds right in front of me flying around here. I don't think you can see with this camera, but I'll show you some footage from the back of my other camera. Wow. Oh wow, oh wow. There are thousands, there's 5, 6, 7, 8,000 birds right in front of me right here. What an aerial ballet. That is amazing. I'm going to try a technique now. I actually don't know whether or not it's going to work. I'm going to slow my shutter speed down quite a bit to see whether or not I can get streaks for the birds rather than sharp photos. I don't know what shutter speed to shoot at. I'm going to start maybe at 1/50th of a second, and I'll try not to move the tripod so the birds will streak across the frame, and I want to see if it makes an interesting pattern. think we've been here long enough at this location. These birds aren't moving around a lot. Let's go over to another beach nearby and see if there's any sandpipers over there. There's a couple hundred sandpipers flying around here. I'm gonna get down low on the beach and see if I can get some photos. Okay, so let me describe the scene here a little bit to see my setup and to see what we've got and what we're likely to see as action and where I'm situated here compared to the beach. So here we are. There is a dike here that's been built up to separate the ocean from the farmland over here. There's a farm in the distance. There's some farmland on the left of this dike here. And then here is the ocean. If we look over here, the tide will be coming in. The birds will be landing on the beach right here, as there won't be any place for them to eat and forage while the tide comes up. They'll be landing here. If the Peregrine Falcon makes an appearance, it'll try one of two techniques. One technique is to come in low over the fields, zoom over the dike, come in low on the beach and try to catch them off guard. That's technique number one. Technique number two will be to use the sun. They're very smart birds. They will come in from the sun at 200 kilometers an hour, dive down on the beach. Hopefully because of the sun, they'll hope that they only get noticed at the last minute. The birds will scatter. They'll try to separate one from the group, chase it down, and catch it for a meal. So far it's been great. There's a flock going by now of 1,000 birds, but I don't know whether or not it's the same flock I saw earlier. So there's really no way to know what the total number of birds I've seen, but I've seen at least 25,000 birds, and if it's not the same flocks flying by, I've maybe seen 30 or 40,000 birds. It's been just amazing, but I am waiting for the Peregrine Falcon hopefully to make an appearance, because that would be a real highlight. There's about 1,000 birds on the beach right now. When the peregrine comes, they'll all flush and start going in every direction. So it's a little bit hard to track it. So I'm keeping my eye on the birds to see whether or not they flush from the beach. If they flush, I need to keep an eye out to see if there's a Peregrine Falcon, and if so, try to get it. So I'm putting my zoom lens at a fairly wide zoom so I can catch the bird, the peregrine, if he comes. And then after I've found it in the field of view, then I'll zoom in tighter and see if I can get a closer view. There it is, there it is. There's a peregrine, there's a peregrine. Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Oh, 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 oh. There it is, there it is, there it is. Oh, it's chasing him. Oh, it's going separated, it's going separated. Oh, it ditched, it ditched. He lost it, he lost it. Oh, he's gaining some altitude now. He's going up, going up, going up. He's gonna dive, he's gonna dive. Oh, there he goes, there he goes, there he goes. Oh. Amazing! That was amazing. Oh, the birds scattered off the beach, and when the birds scatter, you've got to look to see whether or not it's a Peregrine Falcon that flushed them. I looked around there, the Peregrine Falcon was above the flock, coming down at them. It did a swipe at them, it broke one off of the group, chased it down. The bird actually ditched in the water, and I think I saw more than one bird ditch in the water actually, so I'll have to look at the footage to see what that looks like. Then he tried to peel off another one and chase it off into the distance. I don't think he was successful this particular time.
It was time to end my day, but I was so happy to be able to share this story with you. I hope you'll join me next time on the next adventure.